We both actually caught Corona at the same time, probably from each other.
Yeah, so we got through that, which is probably the biggest challenge of our relationship, was dealing with a deadly respiratory virus.
At the same time together.
Yes.
And mine was more of a minor case. I think what originally happened is I lost my taste, and then I lost my smell, and I was like, this is weird. And then I also kind of had a bad headache. And then Matthew started saying that he was also not feeling very well. And I think about a day later, we were not in good shape. Yeah, we sat down to dinner and neither of us could taste it. And that was the beginning of it all. And it just got worse from there. It was a tough 2 weeks.
Yeah, there were some really scary days.
My name is Zain. I am from the United States of America. I live here in Erbil in the Kurdistan region of Iraq, and I've been here for 3 years.
My name is Parya, and I've been here in Erbil, the Kurdistan region of Iraq, for the past 6 years, and I'm from Iran.
Hi, this is Jongo. I'm from Korea.
And I'm Amber from the Netherlands.
I'm Naomi.
I'm Jack.
And we both lived in London.
I'm Nadia. And I'm Serena. And we live in Milan, Italy, which is in northern Italy.
We should say hi together.
Okay, hi. My name is Chris.
I'm Belle.
And we are living in Singapore here together.
I am Brandon.
And I'm Matthew.
And we live in New York City.
Hi, I'm Cassandra. I'm living in the south of France.
I'm Valentin. I'm living there too.
My name is Chris.
My name is Lex.
And we are from Ontario, Canada.
I'm Emily and this is my girlfriend Jess. We currently live in London, which is where we met, but I am originally from Germany.
And I'm from South Africa.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Myself Kalpana.
And my name is Rajesh.
Pari and I have been together since January 2017.
We've been a long-distance couple for 11 months now.
We've been together for over 5 years and we've been married for nearly a year.
We have been together for 3 years.
We had our first date on Valentine's Day.
We've been together for almost a month.
After 1 year of dating and pursuing her, we are 6 years married couple now.
How many years have we been together?
Almost 3, rounding up.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
We actually just celebrated our 1-year anniversary in quarantine.
In the quarantine.
Yes.
And we've been together for 3 years. I'm currently, what am I saying? Not 3 years.
It's been 2 years.
And we've been married since January 2019, and
we've been having our first child from December 2019.
Men are not good at dates, so we are not married for 6 years. We have been married for 6.5 years, you know.
Yeah, you never know.
I would guess 3 to 4 months, no?
4 months.
Yeah?
And I think it's been the best 3 years of our life. It's gone so fast.
So fast.
And I met Amber in Korean club, and I told her that you look so pretty. And she suddenly asked me, do you smoke? Then we started talking more outside, and I got her number. After the night for 3 weeks, we almost spent every day together.
Parya is the cover model on this book, and this book is in the United States. I saw Parya's Facebook profile, so I messaged her about it. Are you the same person? And
I said, yes, I am. Do you want to meet?
We met, and the rest, I guess, is history.
So we actually met on OkCupid. We texted for a while, and then we met up. For our first date, we met at this rooftop bar. Brandon was late, but then he got there, and we had drinks, and it was great, and we were having a good time. We decided to get dinner, so we wandered around looking for a restaurant that had the one very particular food that you wanted to eat,
which was
chicken Alfredo.
To be fair, I was late because I was coming back from a vacation upstate. And we had to get back to the city. That's why I was late.
Yeah.
I haven't been late again.
Yeah.
Not really. Not much.
Yeah, well, in the end, we met online. I video called you to scare you a bit.
No, the reason why he video called me is because he wants to see how I look like in person.
Of course. And then we met at the airport for the first time.
Yeah.
That's how it all started.
I'd like to say that Lex and I have a love story for the books, and that's because when I first met him, it was 2017 at the YMCA, and we both ended up being the only 2 dance counselors that summer. We became best friends so fast. A part of me didn't want to ruin our friendship, so I kind of tried to ignore him, and it didn't work.
It only lasts not even a day.
I'd never found somebody who was so much like myself, but in a male version.
We actually met on Tinder, believe it or not.
Yep.
And we swiped left or right or whatever it is. And we had a lovely first date and never looked back. He was actually my first ever Tinder date.
We actually met in London, England. I was there doing my master's degree and Serena was there on vacation. And we happened to meet at a bar. Yep. We decided to go on a few dates, and then before we knew it, we were flying back and forth between Italy and London. We live now in Italy permanently, and yeah, we are also married.
When I met her first time, then I thought she is very calm and very like innocent kind of girl. But when we really start dating, then I found she's very talkative, and I found that day was a typically trap actually. And of course I love it.
We were introduced by our family friends. When we met, he just put his leg around the sofa and he didn't show any courtesy because the girl is standing next to her. So I thought maybe he's just kind of arrogant, or maybe he's, I don't know what kind of personality he is. But later when we decided to meet and when we started to date, then I realized that he's kind of a gentleman, and he's very innocent soul. So he doesn't know how to behave or how to act, otherwise how to pretend actually. So now I kind of love that experience, and we often laugh about it.
We were together in Korea when the coronavirus broke out. And I was already kind of worried, but Jungle told me not to, and it's probably not that bad. And now we can see that it was kind of bad because we haven't seen each other for 4 months now, and it's getting harder every day.
So in starting actually it was quite tough because the graph was going like this, and we thought if we go out, then chances will increase regular basis to get affected ourselves.
At the very beginning of it, we had the virus. So there was no complaining about sheltering in place because we were legit sick and we didn't have a choice.
In the beginning, I would say that we were both a little bit scared. We didn't really understand what was going on with the coronavirus.
Day 1 of lockdown was a bit weird. I was like kind of wondering what was going to happen, but I was pretty not happy about it, but I was kind of welcoming about lockdown. I was like, I love staying at home and
Yeah, about lockdown, not about the pandemic.
Yeah,
Big difference.
I like staying at home, and I don't know, I'm just very comfortable. I'm a homebody, as one would say.
We went only twice in a month, and only single person will go outside with key, so that when that guy will come back, they will wash their hands, they will take bath, they will remove clothes and everything, and then they will meet to family actually.
But at the beginning I think it was fun because we got to like do things we never got to do before, like, you know, build puzzles together, which sounds silly, but I think it made us bond.
Initial days we were paranoid, we didn't went outside, we were just closed inside our home, and with our daughter all day round, we were like mad person. But now the situation has a little bit calmed down. We are going out, but we are being careful enough.
Now we go out, we're not that scared. We're still taking care of everything, being careful, but we're not really that scared anymore.
Currently in Italy, we are in phase 2.
Yeah.
Now we're allowed to leave our houses. Serena's back at work. We don't really stay at home like all the time, but we definitely don't go out that often.
So we're already back to freedom of movement here in Iraq, in the Kurdistan region of Iraq.
Yes.
And yeah, we can go places, we can do things. There are some requirements to wear masks and gloves in places.
It's kind of eased up a little bit. We can exercise and go to parks and that kind of thing now. So it's literally amazing.
It's relieving to think that it's going to be okay and that reopening things will get the economy back to normal, but I think it's also scary to think like this pandemic is not over yet, and personally opening up everything right away when
it's still going.
It's like putting fuel on fire that's finally dying down, it's gonna end up making the flames higher.
We have practically been living together because of this quarantine, which wasn't the case before, so that's been a big change.
We were dealing with living kind of part-time together for a while, and like we said, this was kind of like a blessing and a curse because it gave us the time to have full time together.
I travel a lot for work, so normally during the week I wasn't in London that much, so we kind of had a bit of a weekend relationship.
Yeah.
Whereas now we're like properly living together.
Company told me to work from home, and doing work from home with my daughter and family, it was a little bit tough because I need to keep myself in a separate room where my daughter never knew that I'm at home, because I always do bye-bye to her around 9 o'clock in the morning, go outside the gate and then come and get into the work from home room.
Not much has changed for me, if I'm honest. I thought that I would be spending my summer days stuck behind a computer, writing essays, and still doing the same thing.
My work was quite heavily impacted by the initial lockdown. It was a lot of transitioning and getting used to a new environment, and interestingly I felt like my workload increased, and everyone around me seemed to be getting furloughed, which is so difficult, but they were all kind of just hanging out and watching Netflix or working on projects, and just like seemed like everyone was living their best life. And I had like a mountain of work.
Now I know how much hard he works while he's working, because he's working from home.
And I think same thing goes to me also. I realized that how much hard work to take care of my daughter, because she's quite active actually.
We were like, okay, we can't just kind of waste away. Once we felt better, even while we were sick, we would set a time to wake up in the morning, we would take a shower, we'd put on clothes. And we stuck to a pretty strict schedule, a pretty strict routine that we're still doing now. So Monday through Friday, we wake up in the morning, we get dressed, he works from home, and I'm currently working on writing a novel. So we will work until about 6 o'clock, do a workout, eat dinner, watch a movie. That's what we do Monday through Friday. And then on the weekends, we just kind of wake up when we want to and read and watch movies and TV shows. We've binged a lot of TV.
I mean, I guess we always knew routine was important, but I think we found that routine was even more important in lockdown.
Yeah, I need a routine.
Are there any new disagreements that have been caused by the quarantine situation?
I think we're the wrong couple here.
They were looking for juicy conflict and they're not going to find it here.
I know,
really,
we're so loved up.
Sorry.
Finding something to watch has been hard.
Finding something to
Every
watch.
night we're like, what movie, what TV show?
Who will run the dishwasher, then which series we have to watch, whether it's my favorite or his favorite.
We had to make a list and we just still didn't stick to it.
No, we did not.
The only disagreement now is who loves who more.
I didn't feel understood. I was thinking that nobody could understand how I was writing and why.
Just tiny things like I'll leave a mess here and there.
Or I'll leave a mess here and there.
We've probably had less disagreements.
And then who will take care of Kiara? Who will take Kiara to sleep?
When I don't use the breadboard to cut something, that triggers Jess. Or when I'm perfect.
Chris doesn't clean the floor, only sometimes.
She does.
I did.
He's been really helping me, especially with a newborn. I really needed that help, and he's been really doing a lot for me.
Normally Serena's at work and I try to clean most of the time, and this time Serena I think did the majority of cleaning and cooking.
Well, with us being millennials, I think that we kind of have a different perspective when it comes to taking care of the household.
Paria has a really big job, bigger than any of those things that she said that I'm doing. by helping is, mainly taking care of Raylan, feeding Raylan, and making sure she stays healthy.
The house that you live in is not just a house, it's your home. So if it's your home, you want to be the one to make sure that it's taken care of, no matter who you are.
I wash the dishes.
Sometimes. Dishes we do it half.
I kind of take care of the dishes. I wash the dishes. And...
Yeah, and I do most of the cooking. And
I think one time I had a bit of a complaint that I kept making the bed, but after that he just kept doing it over and over again, and then I was like, no, I don't want you to keep making the bed all the time. I just want us to share it.
If you are seeing a person and he's not doing the work, then it's quite difficult to maintain your sanity. But then I realized he's not sitting there, he's working, and then I had to respect him for that. So yeah, we divided the household work now in the morning shift because he's working, so I will do the household work, but in evening he helps me a lot.
Honestly, we have always had very equal sort of division of labor. I will always do laundry because Jess is useless at laundry. It's quite simple. But therefore, you will always take the trash out.
You have time, you don't need to waste time on transport, so you just at home and then you can prepare anything and you can help. It's not help, but you are doing some productive work at home also.
Yeah, we have divided it, and then I must tell you, Raj is a very good planner, so he planned everything in advance. Now, because initially we were having conflict, what one person will do, so he divided that, and now we are at peace.